Now up to 3.3.2, Resolution 16-25, request federal funds for Main Street County State Aid Highway 48 project. And once again, we go to Sean Murphy.
Thanks again. Yes, we're here requesting federal funds or an application for federal funds for our Main Street project, also known as CASA 48, that Steele County is leading for us. Steele County has indicated that they will be changing their federal aid allotment for the East Side Corridor to Main Street due to delivery issues with completing the timelines necessary for that project and still meeting the fiscal year 2026 project timeline for those federal funds. With that, they will be shifting it to a Main Street, and that would involve moving up the project timeline to 2026. We had it generally slated at 2028 with some flexibility there. With that, the ATP district, so that is our district within MnDOT, so it's 11 counties in the southeastern region. And it's made up of state aid cities. We are allotted so many federal funds every single year. So our 2026 18th Street reconstruction project, that's being funded through this program through our ATP 6. And this year, or for the fiscal year 2029, there was a shortage of applications and still $740,000 left in federal funds. And that is why we are trying to apply this project for those funds. We don't want those funds to go to other districts, because when we don't utilize all of our funds, that goes back up to central office and gets redistributed throughout the state. So all of those dollars matter to us, and whether it's a city like Owatonna or Faribault or Winona, we need to keep those dollars in the district. So that's the purpose of this application, and hopefully we put forward a good enough project with it already being federalized with HSIP funds through a safety improvement program, as well as if the ATB district allows the change from a project, the East Side Corridor, to Main Street. So with that, staff would recommend approval of the resolution.
Thank you. Any questions for Sean? Yes, Dan.
Either I dropped the ball or this came to council a little bit late. I'm not sure which. But this makes me think that we're pushing the East Side Corridor back and using those funds to do Main Street?
I wouldn't look at it that way. There's a number of steps throughout the federal process, and I think council is aware that we did have to go through an environmental document twice on that project, so we were all the way through the process. And then FHWA said that we should go through it going from a programmatic categorical exclusion to a non-programmatic categorical exclusion. That added about 1.5 years to our process. There's been a staffing change through Steele County's consultant, WSB. Their lead environmental document writer has left and gone to MnDOT. So that, coupled with a number of other occurrences within that project timeline, it's getting harder and harder to deliver the project and meet the specific deadlines, whether it's the environmental document or plan production that needs to be completed by April 1st of 2026. With that, you can't submit plans unless you have all of the acquired right-of-way in hand, and that can prove to be pretty difficult if our environmental document isn't completed until towards the end of this year. So I wouldn't look at it as we're pushing the project back. It's more so shifting funds to a project that's more ready and more deliverable, that has better odds of being delivered within the time constraints outlined by the federal process.
One other question. Even though we're asking for funds, we're not asking the county for funds, we're asking for our own funds. The county
Yeah.
is still the lead, even that goes through the city of Owatonna.
That's correct. So, and maybe I didn't explain it that well. So the counties have their own pools, just like the cities do. So Steele County was awarded this for 4.5 years ago for the East Side Corridor for fiscal year 2026. We're applying for the remainder of funds in fiscal year 2029. So we wouldn't be able to get those funds until that year. And we've talked through with Steele County. There's a potential that they can float that money, that difference, until we can pay them back once we receive those funds. Still a lot to work out through that, but.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Sean?
Sean, so how much money is Owatonna itself putting in for this project? Do we know yet?
Based on the feasibility study, it was estimated about 7.7 million. 6.6 of that is eligible for federal or state aid funds. The other 1.1-ish was either through our sanitary sewer fund, so our sanitary utilities would be paying for that share, or water main replacement, and that's reimbursement by OPU. So of that 6.6 of eligible costs, per our agreement with Steele County, we pay 25%. And that's not including if there's any aesthetics, streetscape design items that, something similar to Cedar Avenue, if we add on top of that. So it's roughly about 1.7 from eligible costs, and then we would be paying somewhere between 500 or 600 out of our sanitary sewer fund.
Okay. And that depends on the option that's selected, or?
Say that again?
Would that be the option that's selected for the 18th Street then, or?
Sorry, I thought you were asking about Main Street.
Oh, no, you're fine. Go ahead. Yep, I got it.
Yep.
Any other questions? Seeing none, I'd look for a motion to approve.
So move.
Motion by Dan to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Dave. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We're now at the public comment portion of our meeting. Please limit your comments to 2 minutes. Please approach the microphone, sign in, and state your name and address for the record after being acknowledged by the council president. Speakers will be limited to 2 minutes to deliver their comments. Council Vice President Voss will be timing and hold up a hand after 1 minute 45 seconds to notify the speaker they have 15 seconds to complete their comment. Those speaking are asked to conduct themselves in a respectful manner as they deliver their comments. Audience members are asked to refrain from reacting to comments. City Council will not respond directly to comments in this venue or take immediate action in response to them. With it, I open up the public comment portion of the meeting.
Hi, my name is Gail Jorgensen. I have the historic home on the corner of Main and Grove. I wanted to speak about the upcoming Main Street project, and that I ask that the design portion takes into consideration the homeowners on my block, the residents of my block. For me, in particular, I am against eminent domain and them lopping off part of my lawn, and it would impact my accessibility to my house from my front entrance, my new side entrance, getting into the alley for my garage, and it would impact my neighbors for the Quinn and the other neighbors for accessing their house as well. So I would ask you to really consider how the design process proceeds. Thank you.
Thank you.
Melissa Zimmerman, 2525 Stony Creek Drive. I had a nice speech all written
Good
for you
evening.
guys, but we kind of got some bombshell news here. I guess I'm here to say this news was new to us as well as it appears to you guys. We would just ask that if you guys could keep us up to date on what that means for the East Side Corridor project, if that means that we're pushing it out indefinitely, if that means we're slowing it down, just keeping us in the loop would be ideal. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wish to speak this evening? Seeing no one approaching, I will go to council comments. First up tonight is Mr. Burbank,
Nothing more to add.
Mr. Boeke,
Nothing more.
Mr. McCann,
Nothing.
Mr. Voss,
Nothing to add.
and Mr. Boeke, who after this meeting has approximately 8 meetings left until her
Isn't that
retirement.
crazy? That is kind of crazy to think, right? And I have nothing more to say. We're good.
I have nothing to say as well. Oh, I'm sorry, Mayor Jessup.
Nothing tonight, thank you.
How did I miss the mayor? With no other business before us, I would look for a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Motion by Dan to adjourn. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Dave. There will be no discussion, so all in favor say aye. Aye. They're adjourned.